Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then please make sure to subscribe, and everybody should put their post bell notification icons on. That was a mouthful for me to do. So I'm really excited about today's video because the day that this is going up, so the 6th, the next day, which is the 7th of August, is my 5-year Diaversery. I'm so excited about that. Like 5 years having type 1 diabetes. It feels like it hasn't been that long, but also at the same time I feel like I've had this for my entire life, even though I was diagnosed at the age of 19. So in today's video, I thought that it would be really fun if I was able to share with all of you 5 tips that I've learned over the past 5 years of having type 1 diabetes. So without further ado, we'll get right on into the tips. My number 1 tip for all the people who are newly diagnosed, or for the parents who have kids who have type 1, what in the heck are you supposed to eat? Well, let me tell you, you can eat whatever you want, okay? It's all about moderation. It's all about having that healthy lifestyle that we're all told from a very young age, okay? It's fine. You can have that piece of cake at the birthday party. Should you have a giant piece of cake? Probably not. Nobody should have a giant piece of cake. But if you want to, you can. You just have to make sure that you bolus for it. Make sure you take your insulin. Make sure you count your carbs correctly. I know that it's a lot of math at the beginning. It's very confusing at the beginning, and especially if you're still trying to figure out your insulin to carb ratio, it just can be so confusing. What in the heck are you supposed to eat, okay? I know. You can eat whatever you want. When I was in the hospital when I had just been diagnosed, I was freaking out that I wasn't going to be able to eat peanut butter ever again. Okay, I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is my favorite thing, and I was freaking out I couldn't eat it. And the nurse was like, no, you can eat it. It's actually good when you're having a low blood sugar to eat some peanut butter. And I was like, I can eat peanut butter? Oh my god. And they're like, yeah, you can eat ice cream, you can eat cake, you can eat all the things that you want to eat. You just need to eat in moderation. Make sure you're taking your insulin. Make sure you're counting your carbs. And you know what? At the beginning, you're gonna mess up a couple of times. Heck, I still mess up, and I'm 5 years in. There's people who have had diabetes for literally their entire lives, living with it for like 60 years, and they still mess up. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. You can eat whatever you want. If people tell you that you shouldn't be eating that, you just say, excuse me, Deborah, I can eat that, okay? I can eat it. My second tip slash piece of advice for all the people who are newly diagnosed is people are ignorant, okay? You're gonna have to learn to get used to people telling you, oh, well, you could just get rid of your type 1 diabetes with diet and exercise. Oh, did you get diabetes because you ate too much sweets, or you're too fat, or you're not fat? Why do you have type 1 diabetes? I have a video that I made. It's called Stupid Things That People Say to Diabetics. I'm gonna link it up here on the screen and card. You guys should go watch it if you haven't yet. It's just all of the stupid things that you're gonna hear for the rest of your life. People are gonna say to you, oh, well, you can cure your type 1 with this, you can cure your type 1 with that, you can cure it with diet and exercise. Oh, insulin is a cure for type 1 diabetes, so you're fine, you're cured, right? No, people don't understand. Insulin is a treatment for it. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, you just need to take things in stride when people say them to you, because most of the times they're trying to be helpful. They just don't understand because everybody is misinformed and they think type 1 and type 2 diabetes are the exact same thing. So my third piece of advice for you is to always be prepared. I can't stress that enough. If you're gonna take anything away from this, always be prepared for anything, okay? Because there have been times when I am hiking, I am biking, I'm at school, I'm in the middle of a presentation, I'm at work, I am sleeping, I am doing whatever it is, and I am not prepared, and my blood sugar goes low, it goes high, I get sick, I don't have enough test strips, I don't have insulin, so then I have to rush to the pharmacy and get emergency insulin, things like that. I'm not gonna get super into this, but warning, anybody who is under the age of like 16 or anything like that, or my parents, please don't listen to this. There have been times when I'm having sex and my blood sugar goes low, and then we have to scramble around and try and get me to have like my glucose levels get back into check before I can do anything, and then it's like ruin the mood, and it's just like a whole thing. So I'm just telling you right now, everybody be prepared, because I'm sure if you're older, you have experienced that at least one time in your life. Just kids, be prepared. My fourth piece of advice has changed my insulin game, okay? So when I was newly diagnosed, I didn't really understand the importance of pre-bolusing before your meals. And I still didn't really understand that until last year. Like, so for 4 years, I didn't really understand that you should pre-bolus before you have a meal, because your insulin is gonna work better. So I've seen people who have sensors and things like that, they're able to see when their blood sugars start to dip. I don't do that because I don't have a sensor right now. So what I do is I just do 15 minutes before my meal. Generally, that's a good rule of thumb. Make sure that you measure out your food and all of that stuff. Count your carbs correctly. Like tip 1 said, you can eat whatever you want. Make sure that you just count for it, okay? Pre-bolusing before a meal has helped me to not get hangry or anything like that, because I know once I put my insulin in, 10 to 15 minutes later, I'm gonna start munching. I am so excited for food. Like, I love food. I'm not having as many lows. I'm not having as many highs as I was before. Trust me, that was my problem. I was getting too high too quickly. That's the goal. You don't want to be like ups and downs constantly. You want to have a nice kind of steady, gradual hill. And that's what pre-bolusing does for me anyways. So that's my fourth tip. Number 5, trust in your support. Make sure you have good support, whether it be your friends, your family, your dog, your journal, anything, people who you can talk to, things that you can talk to. If you have a pillow that is like your best friend, you go ahead and you talk to your pillow. If your pillow is going to support you, support your neck, he's going to support your blood sugars, he's going to support your mental well-being. You just go ahead and you make sure that your pillow is your best friend. No, in all seriousness, just make sure you have a good support system. And I didn't learn this really until this year. So last year I dealt with diabetes, and I have a video if you want to go and watch it. That was the biggest learning curve for me, was trusting in people. There's communities of people here on YouTube that you can talk to. There's YouTubers like Diabetic Danica, the Diabetic Cactus, Michelle Ford, Glitter Glucose, people like that. And I'm missing other channels, of course, but there's a ton of channels that you can look. They give you advice, they tell you lots of things, and there's people always in the comments talking. Another place that you can find people is this app called Beyond Type 1, and I was actually just introduced to this like this past month, and it has helped me so much because there's so many people from all over the world. You just have to do a little bit of research. There's not going to be a surefire one way or one place to help you when you're feeling low or if you're having a bad day. You have to trust in people that you know, whether or not it be your pillow or it be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a parent, your sibling, a best friend, a dog, somebody who is there just to hold you and tell you that you're awesome and that they love you. Like, sometimes that's all you need, and you just need to be transparent with yourself, and you have to be able to trust other people. So that's something that I learned this year, and it was really difficult for me, but I think that of all of the pieces of advice, that helped me the most with my mental health and being okay with having type 1, because when you're newly diagnosed, you think the world is coming to an end, but it's not. Just make sure that you live your best 100% authentic, real, truest life to you, okay? You can with type 1. You can do whatever you want with type 1. It's going to take a little bit of planning. It's going to take a little bit of hard work, a little bit of elbow grease, okay? And you're going to get to a good place. Support each other. We're going to support each other all in the comments down below. We're going to support each other on Instagram. We're going to support each other wherever you can find somebody who has type 1. just make sure that you support them. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and everybody, again, put your bell icon notifications on if you want to be notified for when I post a new video. I post every Tuesday and Friday at 12 p.m. and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.